Okay, KKK. Okay, let's see. Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and Elsa Brink, and we are one. Today, I want to talk about this little stream that we're having today. Yeah, so we are going to be. I mean, technically, it's launched. A couple of people in here have already supported the project, which is awesome, and thank you so much. Let's do a round of thank yous, and what we'll do is we'll talk about the project, my plans for the project, some features and all that, and what backers will get in more detail and have questions answered. That's what I think is really important about this. I could have wrote to my heart's content, but it doesn't mean I was going to answer every question about the project. So I probably need to turn up the mic too. It looks like the mic is a little low. Okay. So, Andre, welcome. The Cat Smith for you. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? I think my chat might be frozen on here, so. Mark Field's doing great. Love to hear it. How is everyone excited for the project? Like, I honestly, I spent a lot of time over the past few days. I mean, I worked on it before, but the past few days getting the whole thing right. But yeah, it was good. And I really wanted to do like a little launch party like this and just really go over everything. The Cat Smith for you, I'm good. I got a new profile pic. Awesome. It's looking good. I love me some dogs and I love me some cats. So, let's see here. Just double checking something. So, yeah, Wolf, I think we should post it at one point, like the Patreon and some stuff about it, but I don't know if we should do it right this moment. We'll go to the Patreon. We'll warm the chat up, chat a little bit, wait for people to get in, and then we'll go over some things, and I'll show my screen and whatnot so that so we can chat about this. I also was going to play High on Life earlier this week on my other channel. Wasn't able to because this whole thing, but it is what it is, honestly. I wanted to launch it before it got Christmas time. And I know it's not like before Christmas. I know it's like right before Christmas, so maybe not the most ideal, but I wanted to launch it and get it done and not just set on it. Like pre-launch it. Well, I mean, I launched it, and then the app, I should have it done early January, so... Okay. Andre's tired. I feel you, man. Yeah, like I even went to bed at a little bit better time, and I just woke up early. It sucked. And then my kids, almost went back to sleep, and then my kids woke me up. Oh yeah, Andre. Yeah. Hold. Yeah. That game looks pretty fun, honestly. Like I want to play it really bad, and so I will play it there. I can't guarantee it's going to be here. It might actually be at my parents' place as I'm visiting them for the holidays. So I'll be there for a little over half a week, probably like 5 days. Okay. Yeah, let's bring up some details. I am working on a website. The website is not very far along, but I can still show it off, I guess. I'm not one of those guys that's afraid of a little bit of unpolishedness. I'm not going to show off the app today. That is definitely unpolished. And I've been testing certain that's what I wanted. That's why it took so long to get to this point. I wanted to test to make sure it could hit some of the things I wanted it to do. So I need to prettify it a little bit, and that's why I'm confident it's going to be January when it's going to be coming out. And honestly, it's looking pretty good so far. So let's go to the Patreon page. And I just want to make sure I'm not in a place where I can dox anyone. Let me view it as a patron. Let's view it as a public. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? Should we go on over? Oh, Brinken. Hey, LoJack, welcome, welcome. Vine Smash, whoop, whoop, building up that wish list for the sale. Oh, nice. Yes, it's coming along. Vine Smash, it's going to be here in 2 days, right? December 22nd. Yeah, no, this is going to be good. And then Daniela is looking forward to hearing and seeing the details, if I didn't say that already. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's get into this because I'm sure Andre is ready to go to bed. Let's see here. Wolf, do you want to throw... In fact, I guess I can do it. I will do it. Maybe. You want to throw the website for the Patreon? Okay. I am going to field trip mode. Then we're going to go into Windows Capture. Sorry, just give it a sec. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't like it when I open up a new browser. Is this it? Yep, this is it. Okay, guys. So you've already, I'm sure some of you have already seen it. Technically, I was going to launch it right now, and I launched it yesterday on accident, kind of. I wanted to see what it looked like, so I'm like, oh, I'll hit the publish button and see if it has a preview or something like that. I mean, I could have previewed it before that anyways, but it's just auto-published. And then to unpublish it, no real issues, but then if I republished it again, it could go through a review process. And so I was like, nah, we're going to just let it stay up. And then people, even though I did have the link in the description of that video I released, I was surprised at how quick people found it and went and did it. So, went and you know, became patrons. And honestly, I love it. Like it's I love that everyone, like all the people that have supported it so far. This number right here isn't right. Technically, I think some patrons don't have to show their support. It is a little higher than this. But if you have a chance, make sure to support it if you feel like this is something you really want to see come out. As every donation, every person that's donating, it does help. I actually wish there was a donate any button. So if you wanted to donate $1 and do it for a month, I would. I'm even thinking about doing $1 or $2 just for. I just. It looked like 5, 10, 20 sounded good to me. It doesn't mean it was the right thing to do or not. It just sounded, yeah. It recommended $5, like when I was setting it up. This is my first time doing Patreon stuff and all that. So, Patreon stuff with patrons. So, yeah. But I did have a fun time doing it. So, I do think I've had quite a bit of community outreach about this and people that really wanted to see this happen. So I really am excited. So how it's going to go is that I'm wrapping up the beta, or essentially getting the other portion of the beta done, which is more visual. And it's going to allow you to log in and actually use it. As it's right now, it's usable, just not very pretty and intuitive. I also have the website version if that's what you want to use, as opposed to this version, and this will be free. That's one of the things I neglected to mention in the video that I made. So, any questions, anything that people want to bring up, you guys more than welcome to chat. Chatting does help the video inside of the algorithm, so just as a heads up, chatting is not a bad thing. I do get distracted with it sometimes. Okay, so what you're going to get in the supporter tier, if you can, obviously you can read the pro. So the difference between a free account and a pro account, the free account is going to be obviously just the it's going to be a majority of the features. The pro account is going to be features that are heavy server based, and going to also include a couple of niceties in the future. So right now, the biggest benefit of going with the supporter role is that you get the behind the scenes access updates, which I will be doing at least once a week. along with you're going to get, I need to put it in there. You're going to get early beta access. Let's make sure, hold on one second. I feel like we're getting a big drop. Is everything going good? Okay. So, someone comment just to see if it's alive. I know that streaming on YouTube's had issues like that before. So, okay. So the deck revealed role on the Discord server is also going to be one place where you can come and chat, give recommendations, and all that. Okay, cool. Thanks, Andre. So when you're in the Discord server, you're more than welcome. Oh, no, you're good, Wolf. You're more than welcome to go into the server, to go into the channels that are now available, which are, it's going to be in called Deck Revealed. It'll be off to the left, and you'll have whoever donates has unlimited access to those. Priority goes to obviously Big Deck Energy supporters, and then early, and then supporters. It doesn't mean I'm not going to support, and especially early on. As more and more people become patrons, then it could change. Now, this, like I said, the deck revealed role will, I don't necessarily specifically say about support, but I will still offer support in it. It just will be priority-wise and whatnot. I want to make sure everyone has a good time in the app, and I do, like, if there's a missing app or if there's anything that I can add quickly, I will make sure to respond to it. So once we get this going, or if you have ideas of some apps that aren't currently on the launcher that I have on the website, the way that, through the guide, you can go to that Discord channel and show your, you can essentially say, I want this. And in one of probably the chat or the, maybe the support, but probably the chat. Just claim that. We'll pin it. We'll put it on the list and make sure it gets added to the database and the system. So, behind the scenes access also comes with some comments and stuff like that you can comment and chat. If I need to sweeten the deal, I'm more than happy to do it. I didn't want to flood this with like 20 different things. I am more than happy. I spent a long time, and I've pulled the community a lot to see what everyone wanted. But doesn't mean that I got it right, and I'm not against changing it. I don't want to take away stuff, though. So there's definitely something that you find very useful in these tiers, then let me know. I will say the most notable tier is the middle one with the early access. Will be something like you're going to get an early access to even the beta. I'm going to drop the beta in January for all tiers. Early access and Big Deck Energy will get access to the beta a few days to a week early, but then after that, you're going to get updates a week or two ahead, and you're going to stay on the beta. Eventually, when I release, so the supporter tier will mainly be like the pro tier, meaning like you're going to be getting a lot of beneficial stuff from it. And we'll get in. I'll do a better sales pitch here, and when the website's done and all that, as we flush out features and stuff. I just don't. It's a very fine balancing act. I don't want to prevent people from enjoying the app that want to have it, and use it for free because they can't afford to back. That's the whole point of doing this. If I was trying to just make money, I could have just charged for it, and that's it. That's not the point of it. This is to help me be able to focus on it more and more. As I get more patrons, the more I'll focus on it. Honestly, I don't know if you have to be too worried right now. I'm going to focus on this for sure, like for the next month or two. Pretty good. But if I'm like, once again, like I have to supplement. If I'm not hitting a certain amount a month, then I have to supplement it with other contracts, which takes me away from it. But I'm pretty solid I'm pretty confident I'm going to be hitting my beta in January, and I'm not going to make anything else, but I do think it's going to be earlier than not. So I'm confident. I just don't want to I just don't want to promise anything at this second. True Blue Magic Dude, is there any way to bring a Steam Deck SD card on Steam Deck that can't be read anymore? Steam Deck ripped mine during a download. They killed yours. Is there any way to fix that? If it killed it completely, contact and there's like, let's see, cards can't be read anymore. Yeah, there's a good chance if you can't format it, you can try formatting it, True Blue Magic Dude. But if you can't format it, contact Valve. They mentioned recently that they want people to send in SD cards that were bricked or like essentially bricked by the Steam Deck or while using the Steam Deck. They want to gather cases because they hear it on and off. They fixed the major issue with that months ago, but they we haven't done that yet. We still need to send the. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put this in. Yes, Wyatt, thank you. There is the Patreon link. You can go there and commit. And once again, if you have questions, if you have anything that you want to say here, Discord, or you can message me. I'm more than happy to answer questions. We'll go over merch too, because there are merch and there's going to be giveaways too. I am going to do a couple of giveaways, merch related to people that become patrons. So right now, at the end of this, I will do a raffle kind of thing of different tiers, and each giveaway, based on the tier, will be a higher value. And so right now, there's 11 tiers, so the chances are it's pretty good that you can win. Andre, that is a good point. Have you tried reformatting it with the Balena etcher? It saved one of mine for the Pi. Ooh, nice. That's a good call out on that. That could help with that. I had one that I tried even using that application. I had an SD card that was just destroyed a couple months ago. Kind of destroyed. It was honestly, the deck formatted it wrong, and then I haven't been able to recover it in multiple different programs in different ways. So it is what it is. But Steam might, or Valve, True Blue Magic Dude, might actually even reimburse you. I don't know, but I do know they want people to send it into them so that they can run their case on it and everything and make sure it's not them. So that's the case. If you can't get it fully recovered, they might do that. Okay, so tiers, early access, you're going to get access to the stuff and everything. You're going to be able to vote on features and what we work on first. And there is a lot to work on. I will talk about that in a little bit. App shoutouts, support credit. There's going to be a section of the app and the site that is going to be credited to people that support. And this honestly is going to, it will probably lend over to supporter. And I've really thought about like how to sweeten one, because I don't want to give too, the app shout out should be for every tier. You should get credit for supporting, and $5 a month is plenty. So I'll figure something out there and maybe even replace that early access one with something better and give it to everyone. But we'll see. Bare minimum though, we'll just talk about this. The app shout out, you're going to get shouted out, and honestly, maybe the early access will get a message too you can put in there, as long as it's, it's not kind of NSFW kind of thing or kind of crude. I would even put a message in there for early access Big Deck Energy for the shout out. Then the Big Deck Energy gets put up higher into the credits, and also you're going to get incremented. So for every month you're supporting, it will increment up and it will weigh up, meaning whoever has been the largest donor or supporter will be at the top of the credits. That's how it's going to go for an amount of time. It's going to be weighted on how long you've been doing it, along with money. Then you got the top supporter access, and I will try to sweeten these things a little bit in the future, a little bit more. My brain stopped working towards the end of yesterday. Top supporter access, top priority to newer versions. So there's like I'm going to be doing automated builds. So I haven't set it up yet, but I will be doing automated building for these things. I will make it so that you can get access to those automated builds, whereas early access will get access to it on a release base, like once a week or whatever it's going to be. And I know that I don't have the best details for this yet, but I want to make sure that I balance it out to be the best experience for you guys. So that's my plans. I haven't done a release cycle like this before. I've done releases and automated releases before where it gets automatically released to like app stores and stuff like that, but this is a little different. Plus, I guess we can get into how I'm going to do that too. But yeah, top supporter access, you're going to get top priority to the two versions of the app, to support and to shout outs. Then you also get access to exclusive merch and discounts. It's not done yet. I'm going to be making an exclusive merch item, and I'm going to make sure I weigh it with you guys in the, apparently it's the most popular, I didn't. But I'm going to weigh it with you guys to make sure it's what you want. So I'm going to pull the Big Deck Energy. That is going to be really bad. Going forward, I'm always going to slip up on it. Wolf knows what I'm talking about. And then, but yes, I'm going to pull you guys and do a lot of research into what you're going to want for exclusive merch. And then obviously all merch is going to be discounted. Then fan requests are going to be stuff where you can literally request a feature or bug, and I will try my best to prioritize it, and we'll work it through. So you get a little bit of hands-on with that. I guess not a lot different than if you watched the video yesterday. Then I do have the mission, all that stuff, launching the web-based media apps, Netflix, YouTube. These two things pretty much exist already on the web app without controller support in the web app portion. I was going to put it in and decided to wait and put it into the app and just spend my time on the app, because while the web app version, and thank you, Mr. Ralphie 84, wow, for subbing. Honestly, I didn't want to put more effort into something that's going to get replaced, and so I didn't do anything with that. I decided to just go full blow into this app and try to get it into your guys' hands sooner than later. There's even a chance the app manager might get into this beta version. The boot suspend video manager could too. Depends. It really depends. Donors and all that. And I do feel like this will go up quite a bit once the app goes live. With that, the app manager, the boot suspend, goes live, meaning like goes into beta and people can actually see it in action, which I should have hopefully videos very soon, and you'll get updated. So the app manager is going to be so these two things will require some tweaks, and it will be nice because I will be able to, the way that I'm launching them and running them. Oh yeah, sorry, Andre. Even when I don't say it, you hear it. I had to do it. Hopefully it was fine doing that tier. So there's still some niceties that are going to come from me launching these separately and managing it. Then the app manager itself will be the essentially like a store. I called it this, and I'm going to rewrite this one day. You're going to, like, when you get into the app, it is going to act like a store, like a app stores in a lot of ways. At least a section of the app is, where you can go and find and search for things, add them to your lists and stuff like that. The pro version lists will persist into the cloud, while free versions only live while you don't have the deck, or while the deck doesn't crash or anything like that. If you have to reformat or whatever and you don't save the app data, it doesn't live. It doesn't live on the account. And it is partially just for data server reasons. I just didn't want to get caught up in that too much, in that mess. It can be very not fun to deal with server costs. And so I went the safe route for now. We'll see. I always want to tweak it to be better for you guys than me. But of course, we've gone over, I guess, that part already. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. So adding to Steam is also one that I can be able to do, and I might even be able to do it. Honestly, I have access to the file system. As long as I have access a decent amount to the file system inside of the game mode, I should even be able to add to Steam in there. I'm going to have to double check though. I am going to make it so that literally my idea of this, as long as nothing is too crazily disrupted, and I don't think so because I've done so many scripts at this point, I'm fairly confident that a lot of the stuff I have planned is going to be doable, and honestly, some of it might not be too difficult. I only say that because technically in my mind, I think it's not that difficult, any of this technically. But I feel like there's always those little exceptions. So I'm being a little cautious here. But app images is another one where when you download an app image, you actually have to download a Discover store or another type of, I think it's another executable to have executable app images properly put in. I am going to just auto download that system, auto put it in when you install the app, or if you want to install that utility. That is more of a utility. That's what this first, and I will kind of unveil here kind of what the first patrons. So once we hit 100 patrons, utilities will be both this app manager portion, like downloading recommended apps from the Discover store through this app. I can do this all from the command line if I have to, which I can do through a UI. It's not like it's that difficult. But it does take time. It does, it takes time to make all this and to make it into a decent UI. The whole point of this is so that you can manage your app, know what stuff you have, and the sky's the limit with this stuff. Technically, with the Pro version, I could make it so, I had to reformat my Steam Deck. I am going to go ahead and download the app, sync my profile. These are all the apps I want back on here, and just auto download them and just do that. And so welcome crazy. So I'm going to, let's just say it's going to be a really fun project. I'm going to love it. And I think that the community is going to love it because it's a big part of, it's what I've kind of wanted. It's close to plugins, and maybe I will make a plugin system myself with APIs, actual third-party APIs eventually. I don't want to necessarily take on Decky. I think it's great. I will probably integrate it first. And then from there, extend it, and then build out an own plugin system so people can build their own stuff off of it. I've been working with some of the stuff long enough to where some of this is going to be pretty good. Welcome, Jeremy. Then I'm not going to reveal anything else. You can your mind, and I might lower these patron goals or whatnot. We'll see. It all depends. I just threw out numbers because I want to throw numbers out, and I just didn't know. Because honestly, retrospectively, maybe I would have put this at 50. I don't know. So as we get going along, as I poll people, as I do all this, we will adjust numbers. I will always try to adjust things in your favor. I will not try to take anything away unless it's bad. ITZ Vortex, have you ever had a deck bricked? I have not. I don't know how you would technically brick a deck unless you fried it somehow. Like beyond that, you'd have to open it up to potentially do it. The battery, there's a couple of ways. Power is a big one to brick things. If your power brick is not, if you get really cheap with your power supply, and Ugreen is going to be sponsoring one of my videos coming up. I actually really like my Ugreen power adapter over there, and it so far has worked really good and seems very stable in its power. I just be very careful with getting cheap stuff, especially when it comes to power. I've had enough bad experiences, and I think we can't trust enough things coming from certain places unless you like. If you feel like it's a little bit more on the pricey side, you feel like they're doing their due diligence and doesn't feel cheap or whatnot. Like it's very much hearsay, or you see a reviewer actually like plug in and test the voltage and see how clean it is. Don't go for cheap stuff. Yeah, if it doesn't power on or anything, then it's bricked. So The last update actually did something to mine. I just let it sit there for a day, and then I turned it back on, and it just worked. Maybe some residual cache, which would be stupid, than the RAM. I don't think that's not even how RAM works. RAM's volatile. So, that's so weird. Let's not go down that. Like my Steam Deck on and off has just kind of been like it's been awesome. I love my Steam Deck, but it's been kind of weird every once in a while. Oh, Vortex. With the stuff I'm doing, you shouldn't be too worried about me bricking anything. Like I won't brick the Steam Deck. You could do not even soft brick. The worst that could happen is file corruptions or the OS corruptions, but I'm not planning on modifying the OS at this point. Everything I'm doing is going to be piggybacking off of it. It won't be just scripts. Let's just say it won't be just scripts. I'm going to actually use IO tools and some other stuff, but I will probably earlier on to get things going quicker use scripts. Then eventually certain things will have to be done. But to give the little bit of sneak peek with utilities again, it will be a part of the app manager. It will also be more than that, including scripts that exist out there that are open source, and I will open source scripts. I'm not going to open source. I'm not going to promise to open source the app, period, right now. I will say I am thinking about it, and there's a potential that I will. The reason I don't want to be pressured into it right now, and I have felt pressured by certain parties to do it, I just don't want to deal with that type of headache right now. I would rather just keep it closed for now. I'll open source scripts. So if I have, like with the script store, like the app scripts that essentially like EmuDeck, if I have one that easily installs it, even more so than because that is essentially just a script, right? I'm going to piggyback off this. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to hopefully maybe write something or do something to help install that even easier. If not, just make it so that you download and install it. Like it will be a part of the process. If I build any scripts, they will be open sourced, like in the sense of like setting up most of the stuff. Like I said, it's free. It's all that. I'm fine with that. It's the parts that I like security wise and some other stuff I'm a little bit more wary of, and I'm going to not go that route. If it's really a security issue though, I will make sure to not or to make sure that it's open source if it's a big security issue and people really have big issues. Hammond, welcome. Long time no see. Why not charge for the app? I am charging for the app, but it is free. So the base features for it are going to be free. The pro account that comes with $5 will have additional pieces to it. I do say ability to favorite or add your apps. I will allow for local favoriting and adding and all that. It just won't it won't persist with your account. You can have an account and you'll have a couple of things with the account on a free edition, but in order to go past that, you're going to need to be able to, and I might even drop this to $3 or something later down the road in the app for people that don't want to support fully. But with this tier, you're going to always get these. I can be pretty confident about that unless we vote to not. I am always down to like vote for this stuff. So yeah, technically not fully charging. I want this to be in the hands of many people as possible. I mean, also as a business standpoint, it's important too. I think getting it more and more into people's hands is more important than charging for it. I want to see people actually do well. I will also on the free tier promote some of my stuff through it too. I'm not going to be adding in real ads. I will just be promoting some of my stuff in it. But I will be doing testing, of course, in that sense on the business side. So on the business side, I will be doing lots of testing, and I wouldn't want to piss anyone off. But I also know that there's a lot of loud people that are very minority of what people really want sometimes. So I have to be very careful. Yeah, and then to the 250, the 1,000, the 2,000. The reason why those are higher, those are going to be very difficult to make. In fact, that first one, the 251, is I have ideas, and honestly, my brain won't turn off from it. I have ideas. I'm not going to fully reveal that, and also, Cryotech, that answered your question. Did you have a question earlier? I guess I need to get to, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, Cryotech. I do apologize. Yeah, it's because I haven't got the website done yet. The website will have more information, and the website is right here. It's very vacant. I have stuff written out in my Notion notes. I haven't put them in here yet, but the website's coming. This is going to be a different button. I'm just testing it out. If it's, I'm reusing portions of my other website. I have a mono repo, so I'm building this all out in very similar fashion. So I'm utilizing a component library that I've been building around Games Revealed. And so for Deck Revealed, where you're going to, you'll get the tiers. You're going to get, there's going to be a free. I just didn't want to, Patreon doesn't let me do a free tier. So I was like, okay, there'll be a free tier where you can download it, and I will demonstrate what you're going to get in there. And as we flush some of the features out, paid users or paid people on Patreon for now are going to get all the features. I don't know if I'm going to even limit it. Like, it's a pro account. Like, if you didn't notice, all these are pro accounts. The 10 and 20 is just because you're awesome and you really want to support me and see things succeed and really help me. And hopefully I can get to a point where I can help you. Some of these things, I will be doing polls to make sure that the features here or the, like, what you get from this, it works and it's what you want. So we'll be doing a lot of discussion over the next month to make sure this is what people want. Also, I want to make sure you're happy. Then, yeah. So I let's just say one of these is, and I've already mentioned it, was really going to be a fun one, and I already have ideas on this one. It's going to take a little bit of work, but it will be able to transcend and be used in Windows potentially. And I say potentially because it will require some work, but I'm really excited for it. Let's just say. Yeah, I talk about the current progress and all that. Like I said, I'm going to be releasing it in January, potentially sooner, but I'm not going to promise anything. Then the perks and all that I've already gone over. The website's almost done. Well, I say almost done, but I have the layout pieces and I need to put in, and obviously need to replace Games Revealed stuff. I wanted to make sure I was ready with a video thing that I'm working on. Okay, Steam Deck review. I'm finally doing the Steam Deck review video, and it's going to be out in a couple days, just to say it. And also, thanks for the 3 people that supported since being here. Thank you so much. And then, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to look into adding more stuff because we're going to have, I'm going to move like these unlocks. They didn't let me do it at the time, to down here to where we hit certain milestones, we unlock things. Posts also will be coming out weekly and potentially daily. It just depends on engagement and what I need engagement wise. So thank you guys so far. You've engaged really well with everything. It's been great. So yeah, the website's coming. It's going to be coming up. That's where you're going to be able to download the free version. I'll try to add a link in here too, but you'll be able to at the Deck Revealed website, deckrevealed.com, which is not hooked up yet, just as a heads up. You'll be able to go and download the free version when it's ready. I'll even put in timers and stuff on here when we get closer, but I'll be shouting it out. I want to make sure people have this and love it. That's my main goal, is that people love this app. It's very much a passion project, but it's a passion project that I know the community wants. That makes me really happy. That's why when I was getting more and more into, like, I don't know, I need to do it. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. People are really happy about this, and honestly, this is my favorite type of project to work on, period. So, yeah, keep an eye out for here. A lot of the tools will also go here too. So the PlayStation Network Steam Deck thing right here, which probably doesn't work on here, but on the Games Revealed, I make it so you can get your PlayStation Network stuff, also your boot videos. Some of that stuff will get moved over to the app and also the website. So you'll have one place to go. Like, let's say if you want to change your boot video, you're going to go to just open up the app, press a button, it'll be done. I will be able to make it as a service. It won't be a service off the get-go, but I could make it so that you could queue up whatever you want. I know that there's a Decky plugin for this, but I can't control the Decky plugin. I can control this. I can link this to an account, and your account will be linked across everything else that and utilities that I'm going to add to this. And it really will be the missing piece that the Steam Deck doesn't have. And I don't think Valve's going to resolve anytime soon. Let's get into chat and see how people are doing. What does the follow button do? Oh, guess you can go and follow too. So if you have a page, make a custom. I did not know this. Okay, there we go. You can't see it. Sorry, let me see if I can figure this out real quick. Yeah, just, man. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. No, that's not it. Sorry. I am getting there. And I'll get to chat too. Wow, I'm screwing up everything. Suck. It's all the way at the bottom. I can't show it. Okay, there we go. It's this little button at the bottom. Apparently, if you follow and the page, then you can make a custom pledge. If you do make a custom pledge, you can enter the beta. You'd be the last portion at the end of the month if it's under $5. But you can make custom pledges and whatnot. So if you want to donate more, honestly, more funds means more time I can spend on this. I've allotted my time to be able to spend some good amount of time for the next few weeks on this, but there's a good chance that I have to pick up a contract or start this other contract that I'm looking at. So that does eat up my time. Hopefully, and I'm not saying that this is going to be the end all be all one day. Like one day it might be. It would be awesome. Between this and YouTube, once I hit a certain threshold, then obviously it's full time. Let's get into chat a little bit more. Once again, I've already welcomed you, Jeremy, but welcome. Vortex, welcome. Lomkey, welcome if I have not said that already. Cryotech, welcome. Fumbuter, welcome. Then we have Yuripa, welcome. When it comes to power, never ever cheap out too much. It can end badly. Yes, it very much can, especially back in the good old days with power supplies. I have had a computer fried from that. Really sucked. And then Hamad, very cool. Downloading it as soon as it comes out. I already have made many adjustments to my deck. VRAM settings installed. Nice. Yeah, there are a lot of things to really customize. Early on, this is going to be very much an app launcher, app manager, and then I will be getting into utilities and even settings. So that will be nice. There's a lot of things I can do with this. Lumkey, good that you're going with the app images and Flatpak. Are you going to make it workable on Linux desktop too, other than the Steam Deck? We'll see, Lumkey. There's no point. There's no point that this wouldn't be able to work on a regular desktop. I actually plan on making this usable on Linux and Windows. Partially because, and Windows could come a little later. We'll see. I have to weigh features. We're going to do votes and all that. It's part of the whole patron thing. But if you, with Windows, let's say if you install Windows on your Steam Deck and you want to be able to manage certain parts of it, essentially just like make it easy, like a little bit easier UI, then you can use this if you want. There's some niceties that come with that. Linux itself, if it's Arch, that is, if it's Arch, then should work on it. Anything else, though, I can't guarantee it beyond a certain point. But I will be making it an app image and also a Flatpak. But I'm also going to make it so that you can download Flatpaks and app images too. So you'll be able to save, favorite, and all that. I'm going to have recommended app images and Flatpaks in the App Store. This is essentially, think of it as first and foremost an App Store. So I'll have a side menu potentially. Like that's what my concepts are up right now. Like my stupid simple design is essentially a side menu. You have an app store, you'll have a utilities, you'll have a couple of things to be able to manage different levels of your deck. The app store is not going to be like the most difficult thing to make, but I do want to make sure it's right, and I want to make sure that you guys can use it just like any other app store. Honestly, you could use it for an app store on your laptop. Like, that's the whole point, is that this would be portable. Not every feature would be available though on everything. Some things will be very custom and specific to Proton or Steam Deck, and I'm gonna if I do a settings thing, I'm not gonna talk about that too much. So that might be giving away something. It will be very custom, and that will be very difficult if I don't go based off of hardware profile. So, hopefully that answered your question on that, Lomkey. Hamad, will it be able to reset the deck? Technically, no. This wouldn't be, like, that would be a utility on its own. That would be trying to cram too much into one thing. In theory, if you want, depending on what you consider reset the deck. But no, I wouldn't be able to reset the deck, at least not for now. And I would never put it inside this type of application. I just create a utility for it to do that. But that is definitely beyond the scope. I could tell you, like, other things, like if we know there's a couple of bad applications that can cause some issues in the sense of, like, stability on the app, I could detect those apps. I can scan the file system and do that, but I can't necessarily do the resetting of the app. But I've been thinking about some other things, though, not fully related to that, though. Glad I could answer your question, Cryotech, and I know that I already said that earlier. Just going through this again. Bears Love Gaming sounds like just an installer. It's not just an installer, like, and if it was, I mean, and it's a Steam Deck manager. Like, what do you want? Like people have been saying that on and off in some of the comments. It's very demeaning in some ways when you kind of just say just. It's going to be able to do more than that. I will do installations and stuff like that, but it's not going to replace it will on your Steam Deck. It will replace Discover Store, hopefully. But it will allow you to do web apps, because there's a lot of applications that are not on Linux, like Netflix and some other stuff, or at least not on the Steam Deck. It will be able to do that type of stuff and set that up, and you'll be able to use it alongside your other apps in game mode. Then you're going to be able to install utilities and some other scripts and other pieces. But like the boot app manager, I mean, I guess if you want to call it an installer script, then half the applications you use are installer. If you talk about Spotify, it just installs audio into your ears. Sorry, I little triggered on that. People get a little, yeah, I'm not going to go into certain communities on that. Aura, hey, how's it going, man? Oh, man. Yeah. Bears Love Game. I'm not going to go down on any. I want the good vibes. I just read later what he did, and he can suck it. Brian Hanna, how are you? I am doing good. How are you, my man? Hamad, even just an installer would save me hours of tinkering. Most people want things just to work. Versus excited. Very excited. Thank you, Hamad. No, it's not, like, the point of the installer crap is that it's not just an installer. That's so stupid. It's like saying, the Switch is just playing games. What? Like, let's see here. But yeah, it's just like saying the Switch, it's only meant for games. Like, yeah, of course it is. Like, it can do other things, though. It has a browser and all that. It has additional apps. The deck doesn't have additional apps like Netflix and stuff like that. And the Spotify one sucks horribly in game mode. The web portion of it is much better. So I apologize for getting a little bit upset on that, but let's get through this a little bit. I apologize. The bots just love us. Yes, they did. Independent Prepper, new website. The website, well, it's the deck revealed is not. It is going to be new, not replacing Games Revealed, And I'm going to continue doing videos, so don't worry. I'm trying to get videos out as quick as possible while setting this up. Once everything's set up and I'm in a good rhythm, things will be pretty good. Heck Boogie, my deck is already set up to my liking, but good luck with your project. Well, thank you, Heck Boogie. Hopefully you don't have to reset your device in the sense of it crashes and you have to, reinstall everything. That's kind of the point. I've had to reinstall everything. I still don't have emulators on my deck again after the past 2 times I've done it because I reset my deck or whatever else. It's annoying. And so this is also a project I want to see. Andre, hidden features. Hopefully not hidden features. I don't want to necessarily hide features. Oh, Hamad, thank you so much. And have a good night. Jeremy, anyone discovered a new and fun game that runs on their deck? I have discovered a game. It's not new, but it does run on the deck. It's Slime Rancher, and I've been addicted to that game. Heck Boogie 1, been playing my backlog of games, Fear 3. Ooh, I haven't even played Fear 3 yet. Fear 1 and 2 were really good. They do not hold up, though. Heck Boogie and High on Life on Game Pass. Yes, I do plan on playing that soon. Unskilled Planet. How will deleting the old web-based app go? I guess I could make a guide for it, or I could make it so this does it if I really wanted to. You could just remove it from the App Store. So what you would essentially do is just remove. You go into the settings, and then you can remove the app. Like anything that you add to game mode or add to the Steam client that goes into game mode can be removed also in a very similar fashion inside of Steam client. In this program, it will just be either it's an uninstall script or it's uninstalling from the Discover store using Flatpak and stuff like that. And there's some more stuff that we can do as I've gone deeper into all this. That's why I haven't been making guides. Honestly, I have not been making guides partially because I've been thinking about this for the past month or two. And when I go to make a guide, I do have a window, how to install in Windows and how to install Windows and SteamOS on your deck. But beyond a couple of those types of guides, I won't be making much more guides unless it's fully related to guides on using Deck Rebuild. Because I kept on repeating myself so much, or little tweaks were with the PlayStation thing. Oh, I have to change one little thing to make it better. How about I just fix it in the app and then you guys it works? Why not just do it that way? Sorry, High Tech Low Life. I'll get to your stuff too if you're still here. Cryotech started playing Vampire Survivors on my deck. Weirdly addictive. I stay away from that on the deck on purpose. I've only played it on the computer because okay, that's not true. I've played it on the deck to get footage and to also play it. I didn't play it for hours, though. I played it for half hour, and that was too much because I almost played it for hours. I had to break off and actually get the video done that I was working on back then. Jeremy, I started a game called Blacktail. Nice graphics and an engaging story. Sounds interesting. Andre, hey, at Games Revealed, I noticed that NerdNest is doing a lot of videos where he invites other Steam Deck-related YouTubers. Maybe you should contact him and do a video together. Maybe I should. I know we're in the same we're in a Discord now with High Tech, Low Life, and all that. I've watched some of his live streams and chatted with him. I just don't know if he fully knows who I am. But yeah, I think that'd be awesome. I get so buried in my work, honestly, that I don't get antisocial. I get some social injection from our Discord, the Games Revealed Discord. So that's nice. So you guys are my social tether to this world beyond my family. So thank you guys for that. Okay, Lumkey, yep. I got my question in so far I can think of. Jeremy, love to see James on NerdNest. Yes. High Tech Low Life launch party. Yes. It's a fun launch party. I almost brought some wine, but I just didn't want to get dehydrated too much. I want to sleep well tonight. I already feel dehydrated. Oh, and then Heck Boogie is patiently waiting for the Steam Winter Sale. Oh, I am too. Brainy Bits. Hi, everyone. I do love this project. Very cool and can see the benefits. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this project, and I'm really hoping that people find it useful. High Tech Low Life. Oh, would the app be able to install Flatpak straight from FlatHub? Yeah, no, you can do that through the command line. And so in the beginning, I will probably do it from the command line, and then I will, just to make it easier, meaning like you'll see it as if you clicked a button and things like processed, and then it would say installed, because I can search. So when I do initial startup of the app, I can search to see what's open or what's been installed through these package managers and verify that it's still installed on the application or on the deck for a sanity check. Then you could always uninstall through Flatpak and all that. So yeah, I would be able to do that, and I will be able to have like top apps. Honestly, the sky's the limit with this type of stuff. I'll be collecting not like specific data on the user, but I'll be collecting data on like top used apps and stuff like that to help people be able to know what to do the best. Andre, I thought it was a launch party and brought a sandwich. Oh, a lunch party. Isn't it a little late for you to have lunch there, Andre? I bought food too, Andre. Brainy Bits, benefits. Oh, high tech, low life. Yeah, I'm definitely not, at least as of right now, don't think I'm going on to Nerd Nest. I mean, if I was invited, I would. I'm not very good at reaching out, though. James, what do you think of JSOC's new Steam Deck accessories? I've been wanting to do a video on it for a few days. I saw that and I'm like, but I have to get through this project stuff. I think they look really good. I think they're going to give dbrand a little bit of a sweat. It might even have them drop their price a little bit. We can look at that in a little bit, Jeremy, at the end, or we can save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow's podcast. So we still have the podcast for tomorrow. Brainy Bits, like you said before, you can follow tutorials to do this, but not everyone has the time or wants to learn how to do this. So having this option is great. Yeah, you can follow tutorials that will eventually get old and not work. That was one of my problems. That's one of my, it really does help my YouTube channel. And this is a double-edged sword where once the deck revealed, like this app goes live and I start doing most of the stuff and start replacing a lot of the guides, it's going to hurt my channel because it's going to make it easier for everyone, technically. Now, hopefully, if you're supporting the app, it won't hurt me too much, but it will hurt. Like, I don't want to hurt people, but I do want people to have a better time, an easier time doing stuff with their deck and doing stuff. And honestly, this will also help people transition to Linux. Yeah, Peacekeeper. This is a very complicated. I know I'm working on formulating the sales pitch better, but first and foremost, you can think of it as like an app store meets, honestly, like the Microsoft App Store is a very similar project, has a lot of utilities, has a lot of different things. This will also include things that would not be on the Flatpak though, or Discover Store, EmuDeck stuff, a lot of different things that you wouldn't see anywhere else, and allows you to see it in one place, what's installed, what's not. It gets rid of most steps you would need to take with any tutorial, hopefully. A couple exceptions I'm sure I'll hit, and I'll try to make those as guidey, as less guidey as possible, but you know, the sweet spot is making sure that you guys aren't having to do a lot of work yourself. Come in and do it. Part of the point of this is just to like, and I want to open up a plugin or not a plugin system or something to where if you want to learn how to develop the stuff or do certain things, maybe I can make it more useful. Insightful VTubing. Will this application become free anytime soon? It will become free probably in February. As of right now, I am going to be reserving the beginning of the beta to be for patrons only. It will be free in most likely February, as long as everything tests out pretty good. You can almost think of it as an alpha, more or less than a beta in January. It should be more stable. Like with these app manager, like with the app manager part and these web apps, I should be able to make it stable enough. But in February, you'll get access to it too. You won't get access to every feature, but most of the features you're going to care about, like a lot of, if you don't want to pay for this, there's most likely the chance that like it won't matter to you. Like you'll get all the benefit for the most part from the free features. So the base app will be pretty base. Really want to make sure, and I just want and then I'll hopefully people that want to support the project see it get built out better, then you can donate if you want. It will help. Then, high tech low life commented. No worries. And once again, people can still do their old guides. If they don't want to pay / use the free application, you don't have to. And with the freeze kind of side, I'll try to make it because I know that not everyone has money. I will try to make it to where if you want to be a supporter, I will have affiliate links or something like that. So if you're like, I want to buy a game from this place, I can use the affiliate link. You can always support me that way. So there's multiple ways to support me than just giving me money, but honestly, it's very appreciated. Oh yeah, by the way, Brandon, aka Chad, Cat, and Baby, welcome. I don't think I welcomed you guys. You guys just got shuffled through. I'm sorry. Let's see here. If you guys have any more questions, throw them out into chat, and we'll get going into it a little bit more. Or else we'll see. Let me get through chat a little bit more. Okay. Thanks, Andre. If you're still here, have a good night. I did not see that. Peacekeeper. Yeah, I think when you open that web page, I could read up on it. I think I get the idea, but still not 100% sure. Yeah, it's not going to be until I have a demo ready for people. I don't think everyone's going to be fully sure what this is. And that's why I'm hoping that more and more people, sorry. I hope more and more people do back it, but I'm also going to be understanding if you don't, because you're apprehensive if you don't trust me, if you haven't been following me for a while. But I will be doing demos soon, and I will also be having the beta soon, so you'll be able to see what it's like and whether or not you want to commit to like a pro version or not, or just the free version. Like I said, I think the free version is going to be still pretty awesome. Let's see here. Crowdtech. I feel that there's always going to be some people that will love to do it themselves, but having this app will enable others to get it done as well without learning all the steps. Yeah, no, there's always going to be people that want to do it themselves. Anyone that's following a guide most likely won't. Unless, in the sense of, there'll probably be still a couple people following guides that want to do that. I don't see, at that point, you're just following a guide. Why not just press a button at that point? The deck bridges PC gaming and console gaming, and even with PC gaming, PC gamers aren't amazing system developers. I'm not I'm amazing system developer either. I've done system development. That's why I'm confident in this project and I've been working on it. But it's not like I'm a true blue Linux dude or anything like that. It's difficult for people, even in the PC gaming world for a while, to follow some of these things, especially with trust to scripts and all that. And that's another thing I'm hoping to do is have some script sanitization and stuff like that. Stuff to where if you want to add your own script or something else into the system, you can, and sanitize it. Because I don't want anything getting through that's bad. Peacekeepers, like my friend is trying to do stuff on Lutris, would be able to use this app to help. I haven't went to his house yet, so I'm not sure what he's trying. Yeah, Lutris, a lot of these launchers, and I'm not going to get into that. That's going to be a whole other thing down the road, because I'm not the biggest fan of them. They're not designed for the deck, and I haven't seen them come out with decent enough updates to support the deck well enough. So I'm a little apprehensive. That's a problem that I do want to conquer down the road. I'm just not going to take it on first. I'm going to take on kind of some low-hanging fruit that people are going to want first up, and then we'll get into it more and more as we get going along. I don't want to overpromise at this point. That's why I'm not mentioning it at this point. I just don't want to overpromise. I'm going to put up the stuff I know I can do fairly soon, and then if I'm, we'll see how support goes and all that. I'm going to be supporting the app for a good long while, but how much extra features, especially very difficult features, will depend on support from everyone in the community. Brandon Kitchens, Games Reveal will for sure be getting this once I get a deck, bro. Can't wait for you to get your first, build your first computer and then get yourself a deck. Insightful of VTubing. Also, do you know how custom wallpaper to the game mode on deck? I have many questions. Added custom wallpaper to the game mode. You can add custom wallpapers through, I believe, the Decky plugin, right? And there's a lot of theming you can do and stuff like that through there. I will add an ability to work with the Decky plugin. The problem with the Decky plugin, and this is why I'm doing an app first. I'm not doing a plugin system or anything else like that. I'm doing the work firsthand. I'm going to do the work firsthand for most of the stuff. That's why I'm treating it a little bit different than some of these other apps or systems, software, utilities, whatever. I'm taking it on from a different aspect. I'm going to be able to go in and, like with the Decky plugin, when you updates, like some of my updates in the past have essentially ruined the Decky plugin to be able to access it. Still, some of the plugins work, but I can't access it. You have to reinstall or uninstall and get it to work. I can through this app because this app won't get corrupted. It's not going to be directly embedded into Steam OS or not even Steam OS, the game mode client code and all that. That was essentially parts of it were directly injected and stuff like that into there. Or essentially, I shouldn't say injected. It essentially replaced portions of it because it's just a web app essentially. The Steam client. It uses a React, I believe, in everything, which technically that's what this is being used. The app is using too. But I am going to eventually be able to do some of the stuff like the Decky can do if I want to embed it, and that is a goal down the road. But I want to be able to have recover modes and stuff like that. And so I'm always going to recommend people download it. I'm going to auto add it to Steam, and then you're always going to be able to access in Steam client once you've downloaded it and ran make sure that you've hit okay on that. So you can like even if there's a bad update and all, well, not a bad update, it's just the update replaces certain files or changes files and it can destroy the plugins or at least the plugin access. So, and they maybe have fixed that already. I don't know, in the sense of like maybe that's not going to be a thing in the future. But I'm doing mine a different way so that doesn't happen because that is really frustrating. Honestly, once something like that happens to me, I don't use it for a few weeks and then I will eventually fix it when it bothers me enough. And part of that is just because I have so much stuff going on in my life that I don't have time for things I'm not using at that moment until I'm using it again. Okay, too much about me. Let's see, Peacekeeper, well, but it does sound good. It sounds awesome for a lot of people. I think it's going to be, honestly, once I'm done, I think this will be useful to almost anyone that has a Steam Deck. That being said, doesn't mean everyone's going to find value or think they're going to get it, even if it's free. But I do think that everyone that owns a Steam Deck would find some value in it, even if they don't. I think they would. Insightful VTubing, definitely. Well, I hope Decky Loader adds cool new stuff. I'm so excited to see what happens in the future. Yeah, the thing is, the Decky Loader depends on a community. Like people, I don't think it's just one person making all the plugins. And I do like the plugins. I do like the Decky Loader. I actually don't plan on doing. I might do a couple of those things built into the app, but that's because I want different type of control over things than what they're kind of doing. But I do want to add Decky Loader support into the app, meaning you can use the Decky Loader too, and hopefully recover it from this app. Like I'm incrementally, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel early on. I'm going to be working off the backs of giants. I will be adding my own flavor to some things, and some things are going to be obviously like the app loader manager piece. That's mine from the get-go. But other things I will make sure that I want to make sure they go well. Let's see here. Insightful VTubing, definitely. I hope the Decky loader adds cool new stuff. I'm so excited to see what's happening. Okay, we already read that. Oh, and Necrosphere, welcome, by the way, if I haven't said that yet. Peacekeeper, oh, okay, that gives me an idea of where your head and the idea is the app. I think you have cleared it up for me. Yeah, Peacekeeper, it really does come down to, like, I'm trying to clarify this. I'm not trying to make this one big conglomerate thing. Like, if I tried to throw that into marketing jargon and all that, it would get lost no matter what. Once things get flushed out and I can be more safe about it and have demos and better stuff in there that's like cleaner than what I have now. I'm not going to do demos of the code I have right now because it just doesn't look great. It performs decent, but it doesn't look great. Then I think people are going to get a better, clearer picture of this. And I know that, like, when I launched this, that some things were a little ambiguous. But if you'd use my tutorial to use the web app-based launcher that I already have, like, set that up, like, that's the picture you see there in the marketing stuff at the top here. That's what that is what I've already have in a web app version. What this is going to do is going to go a step further. Necrosphere, hey everyone, I'm a little late. Congratulations on the app. Okay, it's not the app launch, it's the project launch. So it's not going to be downloadable yet, just to clarify that. And I'm sorry, Peacekeeper, I keep on bringing it up. I just want to make sure people are a little bit clear. Starlight, question, is the app up and running? Sorry, I'm just coming into the room. It is not up and running yet. Like, I have it running on my computer. I've tested scripts. I've tested code pieces and stuff like that to validate that this idea works. At least the basis for my stuff works, meaning like the first set of features that we have in the option or in the about section will work. Beyond that, there's always a way to get things to work. It just depends on the complexities that lie there. That will come down the road as we get going along. Necrosphere at Games, will you be offering a standalone option for the app, like one-time purchase, first monthly subscription? Not that I don't want to support, money's tight. So Necrosphere, you can always do the free version, or you can always pay. So anyone that starts paying now, meaning for the next month, you're going to end up in that window. Like, yeah, I guess anyone that supports, I'm just going to say it right now. Like, if you support now, you're going to end up in the window that you'll get beta access next month. And then free people are going to get the beta access in the beginning, or just depends on when the beta access starts for the patrons. The only difference is if you stop with the subscription, you will lose pro access, and doesn't mean I won't delete data. It's just you won't be able to access it until you redo the whatever, or you can just, if I put an export, you can just export it and just use it locally. It's just if you have to reset your deck or use different systems, you'll have to make sure you back it up. No, Rise or Die Crying, I'm late to the stream, is the actual app live now. It is not yet. It will be in a couple of weeks with the beta version. This is the app project launch, meaning like, hey, I'm working on this. I want some support and get this ball rolling. And I wanted to get this thing. I want to get the website. I want to get this just out the gate so I can give updates better. Also, people have been asking to support it, and so I got this out. I will be doing the app will go live, though, in the next few weeks to month. So in the sense of the beta version, the first set of features that I do mention in the feed, I believe is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have a lot of different things. You can ask questions there. You can also ask questions in Slack or Discord. Oh my gosh. Don't want to dox anyone. I can have some sensitive information in here. So, M2, essentially J. Sorry, Matey J. Projects like, and welcome, by the way, and thanks for the support. Projects like this, Decky and MU Deck, make me very excited for the second Steam Deck, as the software will be so much more mature between development from Valve and the community, and it really will be. There's a lot of really good pieces of software out there, and I'm really excited myself for it. So honestly, let's see how it goes. I'm really excited. Necrosphere, hey, Wolf, and Brandon Kitchens. Okay, so he's welcoming everyone. Wolf, you can donate for the pro version once, but we'll always have the app. Can you verify that? You're always going to have access to the free app. If you downgrade from the pro version, essentially, if you just stop supporting, you're still going to be able to access all the stuff that you had before. It just won't be syncing or anything like that. Or you won't have access to it if you go to another thing until you resume it. It's just for server. Like, honestly, part of it's for, I know $5 is a little steep for server costs, but it opens me up. Well, the $5 is also for other perks. I want to make sure that's aware you're going to have additional perks along with this, like, than just the pro account. The pro account I could charge in the app if I wanted to, $3. Maybe it will be that. I don't know. Maybe I'll get so much support I don't need a pro version. I'm just kind of being a little careful. Brandon Kitchens. Oh my gosh, Chad. Ronan, good. Welcome. Good evening, good sir. Yes, welcome. Ronan 7477 recently found your videos and more recently your mention of this. Can you give the rundown yet again? I am sure. Yes. So this is going to be the Steam Deck manager. It's going to kill guides. It's going to be the Guide Slayer. It is going to be the only app you'll ever need. You won't need to download any games again. No. But honestly, it's going to be I guess I call it the Guide Slayer. It's going to be your one sure guide to like getting stuff kind of up and running eventually. In the beginning, it's going to be an app manager to where I already have a guide out there for this to set up web apps essentially. So if you want to like use Spotify, and by the way, unless they fix this, Spotify sucks on the Steam Deck. When you install it through the Discover Store, through a desktop, and then add it to Steam and go into game mode, I really did not like it. I actually much preferred using the web app version of it. You'll be able to play your Xbox Cloud Gaming games in there, and a bunch of other stuff that I'll be adding. Like, it will be like an app store, but that's going to be the first kind of step. Then it's going to get into utilities, installing additional scripts or projects out there, managing those so you can uninstall, know what's going on with them. And then it's going to go down the list. I do have the About page, though. If you go to Deck Revealed, let's throw that back out there so people can know. Just going to throw this back out here. You can go there. The About page does a pretty good job of explaining it. You'll also be able to go back into the stream if you want to watch some more on this. It is going to, I'm hoping to fill in the cracks that I think most people are running into if they want additional functionality on their deck. That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see. And thank you, Ronan, for finding my videos, and hopefully you subscribe and bash that bell with your crowbar if you want to continue seeing some more of my stuff, as I do have a lot of stuff planned, both the videos and this wise. Jay, you should have a lifetime access purchase somewhere for people that would want that option. Yeah, so I'm not against it. And the thing is, I'm open for suggestions. Let's get through the first month or two. We can decide on it. My biggest issue is I almost went that route with actually Indiegogo, but I'm kind of glad I actually set up the pre-launch and everything there. I'm glad I did not go with it, because I think it would have done okay, but I definitely don't think, because after doing all this, explaining it, making this whole thing, it's really hard to solidify what this is. Like, I know what the basis is. Like, you can go and see what I've already made with the app launcher, but I can do so much more with this. And that's the whole point, is that I want this to be a Steam Deck manager. I want this to be like the second thing, or the first thing you install. if it's not a game, you go into desktop mode because it's not going to be. I want to see if I can get it into the Steam store, but there's a good chance I can't because they have a very tight criteria for software. But we'll see. Maybe if I entice them enough, and it does do script management. It does a lot of stuff that like security wise they might not like, and those parts are going to be open sourced, so you'll be able to see what's going on. And I'm going to make sure to be as careful as possible. Most of them, honestly, like it should be just fine. I am taking security into account with all this. Lifetime access, I am curious to do that. I'm just not fully sold yet, and I will want to hear in the future. This, first and foremost, you will have lifetime access, I guess, to the free version. The pro version is just really much going to cover heavy stuff to do with either heavy work from me, because there's certain things that would require a lot of entry that I maybe need to hire someone or myself to do, or it would require servers for a lifetime. And the thing is, like, let's say 20 years down the road, no one's using the app, but there's one person maybe, and I still have to have the servers up for that. It's very difficult. So, and once again, the servers, if this, like, I can go to peer-to-peer or whatever. There's a lot of ways to get around that, but eventually we'll see. There's a lot of options, and I'm trying to go the easiest path to make sure this gets out and you guys in your hands, and also supporting me does help get closer to that too. Necrosphere, I need this project for my Steam Deck. All those YouTube video guides get long and interrupt my gaming time. Exactly, Necrosphere. No, that's what I'm hoping for. For me, I make the guides. And I essentially didn't even want to make a guide because I knew that I was going to have to update them. And I'm kind of getting tired of like, and they do pretty well, but I just like, it's been updated. It's updated. It's updated. It's like, I have to keep on doing these update videos because something breaks or it doesn't work in a region. It just gets a little frustrating. So, Ronan, cool. I really like what you and the heroic launcher have been doing. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, they've done more than I have. I'm hoping to utilize their service or some other app to do some Epic Game stuff in the future. That's, yeah. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to get the stuff done now that I've promised. Yeah, Ronan, thank you for subbing, liking, and all that. I mean, that really does help. I mean, that alone really helps. Ronan, I would love to see this kind of support added for the other lesser launchers like Ubisoft, Origin, and all the rest. Origin is supported by the heroic launcher, but I've done guides on all of them. I've seen a lot of comments. I do not like the way they manage things. I think they're requires a little bit too much hands-on. Personally, though, we'll see how everything goes. I'm not going to. I like them. I like using them. I appreciate them. So I shouldn't be saying I don't like those applications. I like that they're there and they're doing stuff. But it's getting a little frustrating. Ronan, what else is frustrating with most tutorials is piecemealing them together and staying current. Yes. Honestly. Like, one thing can change and break the whole guide. Then, as a YouTuber, because, more and more people are trying to do this as a career or whatever. I'm not saying necessarily that, like, I want to make video games in the future, and that's the plan. This gets me closer to that. And honestly, I'm learning stuff, like, through Patreon and doing all this other stuff. I'm learning with you, like with you guys, technically, because you guys kind of learn from me and I learn from you. I don't want to be doing guides down the road, but I don't mind doing guides. Let's just say that. I just don't like that the guides break eventually. I don't mind doing guides. Just don't like the idea that they can break and then not work. It gives me a little bit of anxiety. But I don't know where I was going with all that, but essentially, I just rather, like, every time I made a guide, more and more I was like, this could be so much easier if done just in this way, but I can't. I'm not just going to make a script and all this other stuff because there's so many exceptions and there's no easy way to like distribute. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like I've done that before. I've done a tutorial before, a guide where it's like, okay, here's the boot video. Here's the button you press. Done. It doesn't, guides are evergreen content for YouTubers. We make more money from them technically and make money over time. And if the guy can stay relevant, it's even better. This is hard. Making videos is very hard. It's very hard. It's takes a lot of effort and time and worry that it's going to break. And so, if the evergreen content doesn't last for more than a few months, it's difficult. Whereas if I report on news, that's easy. I go read an article a couple times, take some talking points, and then do videos. And even that, I get a little bit of anxiety now because I'm like, I want to do it better and better and better. So I just need to get back into the swing of things a little bit more. Ronan, yeah, it seems every couple months a new guide needs to be made. Yeah, I'm done. I want to make evergreen content like that, but I don't want to make it forever. Lomkey, making a video more detailed is more time you'll spend. Yeah, of course. Like I tried, so my goal with the video with my guides is, here is what you're trying to do or what you want to do on it. Here is how the steps that you're going to get there. And then maybe I'll add some bonus stuff in, like, here's a couple of things to tweak it to make it a little bit better. But there's guides that you could do to make it so much more comprehensive of what that does. That can take days of research with very little payout. And that's not to be like chasing the algorithm or whatever. Like, it can help with the algorithm, but it's not guaranteed to. And that's a lot of time wasted that you could have been doing something else. And yeah, my attention span, while great with stuff like this, not great with stuff where I'm like, I know that this is going to be replaced in 2 months. Hopefully this isn't, though. So yeah, if you want, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. This channel helps this project too. You know, supporting this channel. I will actually have, I'm nearing halfway on doing the memberships for the YouTube memberships for the Games Revealed YouTube channel. I will be changing those over, or I'll probably launch that at the very beginning of the year so that it's not obscuring this one. This is the biggest focus for now, and if you want to support one or the other, it's going to be awesome. I'll have perks there too. I will improve perks here, so make sure if you're a donor or if you are a potential donor, make sure to let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want. Oh, and we still have merch to look at. And do you guys like the logo? I love neon stuff, like a neon feel. I love the logo. I know some people are a little apprehensive of pink, but I love it. So let's, any last questions? Anything else? Let's go look at the new merch. And I'm going to be making some more Games Revealed merch. I am going to be improving the Games Revealed merch. But I do have a hoodie, which I do like these hoodies. I really like this. Then you have a shirt. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So anyone within the first 24 hours of the launch, which technically the launch started with an hour and a half ago. So you have until tomorrow evening to become a patron, will be subject to a giveaway of this merch. Or I know some people don't care about merch or getting stuff like this. Then you're going to be able to let me know, and I'll find if you win, and I'll find a different prize for you. I do have a pretty good bank of video games that I could also give away too. No, I'm not the whole bank, but I have a thing to peek through to give away. I am loving this merch though. And so this will also go to the Deck Revealed podcast stuff. I am going to flush out the Deck Revealed podcast more and more. It will be, and I need to get rid of this collection that's sold out. This is going to be limited for right now. you can only get this collection during the Halloween season. I want to make it that because I'm an experimenter of business ideas, and I want to experiment with that business idea. We have more merch. This one, I really want different pictures because this one doesn't come out looking like it's good. It really is actually pretty good when you get it. It looks a little bland here, but when you actually get it, it's pretty noticeable. I love my crowbar equipped. I love that one. And we do have games revealed stuff. It's a little plain. And in fact, it probably needs to be, I'm going to probably rework it and probably rework it into the new style, but with the colors different. So it'll be games revealed instead of deck revealed, and with the games revealed colors. Ronan, I love your Wolf logo stuff. Yes, thank you. No, I do too. I really love this stuff right here. I actually have the mouse pad right here, or the Battle Wolf mat. I have it right here. I love it. I use it for when displaying stuff like that. It's really fun. It's based off of 7 Days. So thank you for saying that. Brandon, sorry for diluting your chat with mindless dribble, bro. Oh, we are listening. We promise. No, honestly. So guys, if you want to have conversations, that's totally fine. As things go along, sometimes I can't respond to chat. I like to, maybe a little too much. But having you guys talk in it actually really does help the algorithm recognize me, so go for it. I'm just going to give you a little bit of crap, so I probably should be in the video a little bit more. Oh, if I had more time, I'd be doing a game right after this, but I don't have the time today. Lumkey, that bank have any questionable games too? Lumkey, asking the real questions. It's not a certain bank. No, it's I don't. There could be one or two in there, but it's part of a pack, I think, and so we don't need to go. I'd probably never get it given away too, because that's a little sketch. Foombooter, definitely keep the color scheme. Okay, cool. Honestly, thanks. That really validates that. Hey, at least I'm in the right direction. Ronan, all in good fun, good times. Ronan, Battle Wolf, love it and love the colors. Lomkey, yes, thank you, Lomkey. And honestly, I've been enjoying playing video games more with you guys too on the TH3PRINK, the Brink channel. I've been enjoying that too. So maybe we'll figure something out. The purple and black is nice. Yes, Necrosphere. So you like the purple and black? Yeah, that will. I'll rework the games revealed logo. I do think I'm going to rework it and align it with the deck revealed. I mean, it would be nice for them to be separate, but at the same time, I do kind of wanted to redo the games revealed logo, which I do think isn't bad per se. It just doesn't make for good. It doesn't make for good merch. The thin part right here gets a little too thin, and then I need to work through some stuff on this. I like in the I did a survey. Honestly, the survey's still up. It's still up until I think for a couple more days. So if you want to go and do the survey, Wolf, if you can throw the survey out there, you can still get entered for the JSOX M.2 doc I'll be giving away, and some games that I'll be giving away too. So you're more than welcome to go there. I know that the survey, and we'll go over the survey maybe tomorrow sometime and just chat about that, because there's a lot to come from that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Esoterics must stay. I agree. Battle Wolf is fun though. You could do a nickname in the Discord server. Ronan, you can't view it from the merch. I should probably do a holiday. I'll do a holiday sell with all this. Bisexual Blurred, welcome. How's it going? Foombooter, you can be Battle Wolf and MMOs. Oh, I want to play World of Warcraft again, honestly. I miss playing that game back in the day. This is what I think of every time. Ronan can't do the survey from work either. Gonna have to do them on phone. Oh, that sucks, man. But yeah. So, like I said, giveaway for patrons. This also does help support me. So anything you buy from this store, and if you want anything, I like building merch. Am I the best at it? Maybe sometimes I'm not. I don't know. But I like making merch. And so don't be afraid to ask for something, because I need to stop making merch and start making more videos. But yes, I like making merch. So definitely suggest something. It's fun. I'm honestly, I'm probably the number one buyer of my merch anyways. So whatever that means, it means at least I like it. But I will have to definitely say this has been the best pieces of merch that I've made so far. So I am excited about that. Wolf was addicted to WoW back in the day. I never was addicted. I think the $30 fee a month plus, honestly, $30 fee really is pricey. Oh, and thanks for there's also another person that I'm not going to mention names. I don't want to dox anyone in case you're like on here as a pseudonym. But thank you, AM. I'll just say first initial, last name initial. I guess, yeah. AM, thanks for the Patreon sub and all that. It really does help. Ronan, I would hope you're number one merch buyer and fan. Honestly, Ronan, there's a lot of people that aren't. I think a lot of people that do merch just do merch to do merch. Me, I legitimately love making merch. I just know that and I wouldn't mind doing a merch store someday, but it's not my ultimate. I get into that mode of doing it for a few days and then it's I'm done. And then I'll get back into it again. Scott, you missed everything. I am sorry, but you can always watch the whole stream again. It's not over quite yet, but we are wrapping up a little bit. Do you have any questions, Scott? Anyone else have any questions? I do want to get on to writing this. I know I'm doing a little bit of scripts, but the Steam Deck review video is very important for me as it is sponsored, and I do need that sponsor. So if there's one thing you guys can also do for me, if whatever, make sure to watch the Steam Deck review that I'll be doing coming out soon and sharing so that enough people get it and it will help my sponsorship. Yes, Scott, it's not a Kickstarter. It is a Patreon. And the way I'm doing, and I will try to reword this to where people feel like you don't have to feel like you have to do every month. You don't have to feel like you have to do that. But if you want to have the perks during that time, you do need to have an active. I mean, once the subscription lapses, so when you do the subscription, and let's say you cancel right away, I believe I'd still retain the money. You'd keep it for the rest of the remaining time before it would be renewed, which you've canceled, so it wouldn't renew. You still get all the perks up to that point. At least if Patreon doesn't do that, let me know. The whole point is to support me when you can, or if you want to, but you'll still have access to the free version come February. Unless I'm in Disneyland. Then, no, I won't be in February. I'm in Disneyland all of February. It's all going to depend on funds come February, but I've been promising to take my son to Disneyland. It's been a while. It's been years. Honestly, I this year alone, I overworked myself a little too much. So, but you know what? It's fun having projects like this. This one's definitely one. This is a passion project. This is going to be fun to do, but it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I want to make sure it's polished. So, any help does help. Oh, also, yes, you will be getting a 20% off discount for people that hit this one right here, the $20 a month. I will send those out. I forgot to set up the auto send, I think. Well, no, did I? You might. I'm kind of curious. If you subscribed to the Big Deck Energy, Wolf, you know this. Did you get the Patreon code or the merch code. So it should come with a merch code. Foombuter, thank you so much for the for signing up and everything. Oh yeah, and this will have the Deck Revealed website will have a sign up too. I'm gonna, when the time comes for the pro version, I will give you codes. You put it in here, you just activate it. I'll eventually I think Patreon has an API. Yeah, they have an API, so I can use the API and do it automatically. Maybe you don't even have to do anything. So I consume APIs like I consume cookies. That's why I need to work out more. Let's see here. I'm trying to keep, so as of right now, I'm keeping the Deck Revealed and the Games Revealed projects, like the databases separate and the authorization separate. The reason why is because I don't want them to get muddled. Games Revealed has a very different purpose technically than Deck Revealed. Games Revealed might actually get opened up to the creator community, like the gaming creator community. I have a lot of stuff I want to do with it, but at the same time, I want to be a game maker, a game creator, I guess. In the end, I want to make my games, and eventually we'll get there. As long as I can stabilize income next year at one point, once that's stabilized, and the first, like, this goes live, and the first set of features, like the first set, maybe the second set, like most of the features are kind of set in stone, then I will be working on my video game again, and might even do a Patreon for that. And I will open up more updates for that, because I actually have some stuff done on that. So it'll be fun. Honestly, like I'm enjoying the creator life kind of, but and I like doing the videos, and I will continue doing the videos. But ultimately, the creator kind of side I want to get into eventually is game creations, which I know you can. There's a lot that you can do in there, but yeah, Esoteric Wolf, dad plus programmer joke. Oh, come on. All programmers are true dads because you create code, unless you're, I guess, a girl or whatever. Like whatever, you are a dad, mom of your code. Just yeah. And sometimes it's hideous, and sometimes you gotta. I know I've met. You gotta drown the puppies. That's it. Don't worry. That's it. Yeah. Wolf knows where I'm going. So Brandon, so I'm a programmer. Yeah. Should I put some secret programming? I'm gonna add. Okay. We're about to sign off. What should we put in as an Easter egg into the app? Where should I put it? How? There's a lot of fun things we can do. I know I've had a friend, or no, I was on a project a while ago, a startup, where we put, I didn't actually was a part of it, but it was in the logo in the app, and it was the CEO. Like, so it's not like it's yeah. Put the like pyramid that's kind of associated with Illuminati, blew it up, put it in there, and so if you ever took that image and expanded it into one little area, it'd take a while. Because I think it was an SVG too. You blow it up, you could find it. It was really fun. Ooh, I like that necrosphere. We'll do a crowbar. Ooh, Wolf. I claim credit. Scott. I'm ditching Netflix for it. Netflix for this program? Should I just like auto install, like, until Netflix gets rid of it? No, I don't even know if you can share. Just put it in a VPN on there. We all share the same Netflix password and email. I get so much trouble. No, the crowbar is a good idea for doing Easter eggs. Yeah. Crowbar. Ronan. Yeah, you did. Yep, you did. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Ronan, for the subs, for the support. It really does matter, and it really does help. Honestly, this is going really good. It warms my cold. Okay, I don't have a cold dead. I try to be jolly, but it makes me less tired. So I'm excited. And honestly, Yeah, let's build this thing. Don't be afraid to throw out ideas into Discord or whatever, whether or not you're a patron or not. I want to know, and I want to make this better. And ultimately, like, if at the end of the day you just have a kick-ass app and nothing more, then our goal is won. I know that sounds like it would be less whatever, but yeah, Scott, I got that already. Yeah, I got an email, so hopefully you're okay. Your name's right there, so I figured it'd be fine to call you out on that one a little bit. More like bashing Easter eggs with your crowbar. Ooh, I like that, Necrosphere. I need to do an intro. We need to do one of those wolves sometime. Maybe use Fiverr to get us an animated intro for videos and stuff like that. I don't know. I've kind of gone away from it. You have to be careful with intros because they can kill the first few seconds that you have to pull people into a video. But I wouldn't mind doing it, kind of like how Linus Tech Tips does it sometimes. We are one. Oh, and we're going to have those icons in. So we're going to have a lot of icons in here so you guys can chat with them. If you sub, I'm going to try to make it so that the whatever's cheap. And I know the camera went out. Foombooter, this is not the Borg. The Borg are simulated. This is Jonestown. This is a cult. We all have Kool-Aid. You guys have your Kool-Aid ready. We're going to be drinking. No, but yeah. So like I said, patrons will be getting giveaways. I will let you know in the Patreon who wins. You'll get custom updates. There will be updates to the program that are public. There'll be updates to the supporter. Most updates will go to supporter up. Very rarely you'll see updates go to anything else except for early access, like to let you know, hey, early access is available for your tier. Yeah. And then like future voting, those two will get it. Shout outs. Like I said, I might rework this to be app shout outs in the for every tier. I think everyone that donates or anything does deserve something. Necrosphere, drink the Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness. And then guess what? I know this has nothing to do with this right now. Dead Space comes out next month. And then I believe Sons of the Forest comes out, in 2 months in February? I got to get this done before the Dead Space thing, where I'll just spend 2 days on that. I spent I spent a day last week, which threw me off a little bit on it, getting everything done, playing Slime Rancher. I think it's addictive, and I love it. It's so peaceful. It's the reason why I'm here and not stressed out on my mind somewhere else. Foombooter. Oh, LMIO. Oh, sorry. Wrong timeline. Nice. Brandon, we are one. Yep. Lomki, if I was a part of the Borg, I will share all my questionable games that I'd play with everyone. Well, everyone would kind of witness it if you were a part of the simulated program or Borg. Lo Foombooter, Lomki, lol. I was going to say, if we were Borg, then you wouldn't need to share because I'd already know all about it. Yeah. Yep. Jason, I'm a fan, brah. Straight out of Michigan. Nice. Welcome, Jason. And thank you. Just reading through some. It just couldn't post a middle finger. Okay, guys. We're gonna have to wrap this up. Oh, welcome, Ben. How's it going, Benjamin? Sometimes people don't like to be nicknamed or like shortened to name. How you doing? We're wrapping this up. I've been wrapping this up for like 20 minutes now. Do the quick thing. You can go to the deck reveal or the patreon.com/deck revealed. You can go to the website soon. It's not done yet, obviously. I have some commits to still make and all that to fix that. And then, not fix it, just add it. Got merch, got new merch, deck revealed merch. Then we also, that's just the Patreon API that I will make things easier. I'm doing pretty good myself. A little stressed, but doing good. It censors emojis now. Does it? I don't mind a little bit of a flip off. I just don't also want to offend other people here. Julian, the reason why I got Steam Deck is because I got one hand. Okay. So I'm kind of curious. Like, is there like some special accessibility thing with the deck that makes it easier? I'm glad that you were able to get it and it's working for you if that's the reason why you got it. I think we're done with the questions. I think everyone is now in true party mode. Everyone is now drunk, off of laughter, I guess, because I don't know if anyone's drinking. Yes, and thanks, Wolf, for posting all that, and thanks for all the great comments and everything like that. Like, this has been a great stream. I always love streaming with you guys. It makes things so much more fun and exciting. Oh, yes. Okay, Julian. Garcia, the back part. Yes, it does do a really good job doing that. I'm glad that it helps you and that you're able to get it to work. I know that there's some accessories that also help with having one hand kind of thing. So hopefully some of those also work with the deck too. Ronan, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Back to work I go. Hey, me and you both. I've been working most of the day, so back to work we go. Okay, Fubuter. Okay, everyone, going to sign off here too. Catch you all in the Discord, though. Always good to be here, and that's really cool. I forgot all about the back buttons. Yes, yes. The back buttons on some things, honestly, are really nice. So, I wonder if I could use it for... It might be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I'm thinking about the app already. Okay, thanks, guys. Have a good day. I'll chat with you later or in Discord or wherever you want to be. And thank you guys for the support. This is awesome. I'm so excited, and I think we're going to have a good time. So let's make this the best app we can. And I say that because I'm going to need your feedback. I'm going to need all your help too, not just through monetary, but also through feedback. So thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos, my other streams. Tomorrow's stream, I'll see you there tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Later. Awkward part. Thanks, Ben.